Now I'm going to speak with our water nymph, our title star of the afternoon, Renee Fleming. Renee, brava!
I like that word nymph. It sounds so sweet.
You little nymph. So this Song to the Moon aria is just so beautiful. A, I don't know how you sing it in a tree, but B, it's the piece with which most of us all first fell in love with you and your voice singing this amazing song when you sang it as a winner of the Met National Council auditions.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, at that early stage of your career, what drew you to this piece? Because it's not exactly on the top 5 list of arias that, you know, a young soprano would have sung back then. It is now because you've made such a thing of it.
Well, that's an interesting point. You know, when I first sang it, it was in English. It wasn't known. Gabriela Benachkova, the wonderful, wonderful soprano, brought it to the Met first, and she was my model for how to be in this part. And we remember winning the Met competition together, and Spake
Yes.
Jenkins casting us with Ben Heppner in Rusalka. That started it.
That's
and
right.
It's remained a signature aria for me. I really love it.
Well, do you think that your portrayal has changed a lot over the years, or is it still fun, or do you feel like it's coming home whenever you hear those harps starting again?
It's funny, the whole role, the act 2, the mute act is the hard part. I mean, that's really the part where I just think, oh my God, how am I going to hold people's attention without singing?
Well, that's the hard
so
part.
I've
To be
worked on
seen and
that.
not heard is a hard thing for us loudmouth opera singers.
Yes.
Anyway, we're going to let you rest and get ready for your non-singing act.
Thank you.
And it's just spectacular.
Thank
so
you,
happy for
Susie.
you.
Happy
so great
to see you.
Okay, have fun. I'm with the legendary mezzo-soprano Dolores Zodiac and a few members of her woodland posse. Hi, Dolores. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Dolores, this was fantastic. You sound amazing. Are you having fun out there?
Oh, yes, she's a wonderful creature.
Well, you first sang this role in the Met's first ever performances of Rusalka back in 1993. And I went back and I checked, and Opera News reviewed you and said Dolores Zodiac, as the witch Yezhi had a romp gloriously in her element. Are you still having as much fun now as you did back then?
Well, it's one of my elements.
Are you
One of
still
my lower elements.
Are you still romping?
I'm still romping.
So let's talk now with your frogs and your mouse. So how do you guys like performing on the stage of the Met?
It's wonderful. I love it. And
Have you
I've been
been-
doing it for 5 years, I
You've
think.
been at it a while, haven't you? You're veterans of the Met stage, almost like Dolores and me. Well, you guys are all really great, and we're thrilled to see you. Dolores, you look beautiful.
Don't I look gorgeous?
Just gorgeous. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the show. Piotr, bravo. What a fantastic scene, and the whole act is wonderful. And you sound amazing.
Thank you very much.
Oh, but this is such a sad end to this act. Do you think that this prince really loves Rusalka, or is he just having an infatuation with her?
You know, I think he really loves Rusalka. But this circumstances, it's very, very complicated. She's not ready for that complicated relationship, I think. It's
is all new for
very,
her.
very, very new for her, yeah, and for him too.
And you know, we've admired you in lyric Italian and French roles like Des Grieux and Manon and
Yeah.
the Duke and Rigoletto. So how does the prince sit for you vocally? Does it bring special vocal challenges, this Dvorak?
It is indeed, because it's a very big range of expression. What is in this act and the last act is completely different to the first act, to the aria, because you have very lyric lines and you have very dramatic moments like here. I'm joking, it's a
Exactly.
little bit like you know, it's a Slavic Otello in this kind of, but it's not that far.
Okay. You go rest
Thank
up.
you
You
very
have
much.
things to do. John, hi.
Hi, Susie. How are
Quite a
you?
look you got going on there.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's
How long does it take you to get into all this, and when does that process start?
well, the getting into it isn't half as long as the getting out. The makeup got an acrylic sort of base to it.
So when you sweat, it
but
stays on
you
your
know,
face.
hats off to them. They made it look very real and natural.
Well, you're sporting some nice abs there. That's very impressive.
Yeah, this takes years in the gym. So we won't tell anybody that it's
well,
an enhancement.
considering that you're playing a father and an older, wiser guy, how do you pull that off? Because you're such a youngster at heart.
Well, this character, there's a lot of kind of gravity to the writing in the role, and it gives it a real sort of patriarch kind of feel. But yet he's also very, very sympathetic. We see that with his relationship with Rusalka, his daughter. He's sort of...
They're protective.
He's protective, yet he kind of sees this sort of... She's headed towards this very bad fate. He's got a sort of a premonition as to what's going to happen to her as well.
Because he is magical after all.
He is, yeah, he knows all.
Well, you're doing such a great job of it. I could just stand here and just look at all this greenness. It's fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Susie.
And we'll see you later. Hello, Maestro.
Hello, Susan.
This is such a pleasure, and the music that you're conducting is absolutely gorgeous. Tell us what attracts you to Dvorak. What makes it special for you?
I think he has a sense of blending the Wagnerian techniques, but with a flavor which is much more towards the folklore of the music, and that makes you dance and makes the lines even more beautiful, and the contrast between the poetry and the rhythmical element. I think this music has it all. It's just a joy, but if you have the right singers.
Everything, doesn't it? Well, and that brings me to my next question. I mean, Renee is so closely associated with this opera, and she's really brought it into the foreground in the course of her career. What is it that you think makes her so perfect for this role?
I think everything she touches transforms into gold in a way, but the way she's always been, on the one hand, so closely associated with the words and the coloring of the words and the syllables, and blended with her control of the line with that creamy voice and velvety voice. So I think Dvorak must be very happy that his music landed in that wonderful, gorgeous instrument in the past quarter of a century.
Absolutely. I mean, he's very lucky, and we're very lucky to have her and you in this repertoire. Bravo. We're going to let you go, get into the pit.
Thank you very much.
Toy, toy, toy.